my friends, I'm Laura, welcome back, how are you? Welcome in this new 30 days course all about veil. This is Time to Fly, our 30 days of belly dance with veil. As you see, I have my veil ready to dance, and of course the veil gives to your dance a special magic, a special effect, makes you feel elegant, beautiful, charming. So I suggest you really to learn how to use it and to improve your dance and to give it special, especially if you dance in theater or in show with some lights effects. You will get the best from your dance and from your veil. In this course, 30 days of belly dance with veil, you will learn with me all the most important movements and tricks and tips about the veil. So at the end of the course, you can really dance comfortably with most of the important turns, tricks, tosses and many other things that we will see together. But first of all, let's talk about a little bit of the origin, the history of the veil, when the veil was introduced in the belly dance. It always been, how is a little bit the history, many times you ask me, and this is a really interesting topic, as actually perfectly we don't know exactly when it started, so we invented, but we have some information and we know that since the past, since a long time ago, before the pharaonic time, for sure the Arabic people, and not only the Arabic people but also in Middle East, in Africa, women and men also used to dress with the use of many textiles and veils and materials to cover the body and also to protect it from the sun and from many other things. And this material was really of common use in this ancient culture. So we think that it's normal that when the women has this veil in their body, they use it also to do their things, to play, to dance, to do some jokes with it. This is kind of normal, but of course we are not really sure about it. But let's talk a little bit more in what we can really understand. For example, in the pharaonic time, is known, like in the Romans time after with the Vestals, is known that the women dedicated, devoted to the temples, they used the veil to do some rituals for God, for the goddess. So this is already known, and for sure maybe we can say that some ideas of veil started already with the dances in that period. And of course, I said the Romans and many other civilizations and cultures used the veil in their dance, and actually this became after quite famous with the famous history that was finally invented, but became almost true, because also inspired to the Bible, the history of the Salome, this beautiful daughter of Herod, the one who danced with 7 veils, and one after another she took it out all to conquer her prize, and her prize was the head of Giovanni Battista. But we don't know even if it's a true story, but became from that moment much fascinated the idea that some women can dance with many veils. For this reason, also in the Turkish dance and many other Oriental dance, not only belly dance, but many other styles, we see that dancers since long time already uses the veils. There is a different way of uses, of course, depending on the geographic area. For example, also just reminding also the history and the past, also the Bedouins of the desert, not only in Egypt, but all North Africa and Saudi Arabia, they used veils to cover their face, to cover their head from the sun most of the time, but also it's their culture, their way of dressing till now, actually. And let's talk a little bit more about belly dance. This is something new, more new for us. Maybe we started in the period of the Ottomans and in the Harem period, where there was this rich palace with rich, especially Turkish kings. They was having many women in their palaces dedicated especially for the dance, and we see from some people who talked about it, some voyagers from Europe even, that who saw them, and they was wearing kind of veil in their clothes. And also here we are not really sure, but from the pictures, the drawing we saw, we can imagine that maybe it was like this. Talking about the modern belly dance, we can say for sure, and this in this case is quite documented, that the first dancer who introduced professionally the use of the veil in her dance was the mythic Semia Gamal dancer, Moroccan Egyptian dancer, that actually she was of Moroccan mother and Egyptian father, so she grew up in Egypt and she developed all her arts and all her dances here in Egypt. And when she wanted to improve her dance, also because at that time, in the beginning of the 1900, let's say 1920, 30, until 40, it started really the style of belly dance in Egypt and became after famous through the movies, through the cinema. All the dancers at the time were really in competition between them to conquer the best place, the best job, the best salary from the cabaret they was working in. So she thought to introduce the use of the veil in her dance exactly to do something different, something special to offer to the audience, to be not simple as the others. In this case, she hired a choreographer, Russian, exactly, Ivanova, that she was already choreographer for the daughter of the King of Egypt, King Farouk, and she was, I think, a ballet dancer and folkloric Russian dances. But she gives this idea, she teach her how to use it. She teach also her many other things like turns, steps, to make her more elegant and more technically prepared. And between these different steps, she teach her also how to use the veil. We don't know, maybe she invented or she found some ideas from the Russian folkloric dance that already has this kind of props. And it was in the beginning not much interesting for the audience. Yes, for sure it was amazing, but maybe in Egypt it didn't really catch the audience until the end, because also it was connected with a bad image of the female take out the veil, looks like a little bit stripping, and this was not really accepted. But finally the use of the veil became famous all over the world, and especially in America, where they developed a total complete and rich technique of use of the veil. They can dance, American push the idea to dance an entire dance with the veil, with the use of the veil, to make it like the hero of your dance. But also in Egypt and in North Africa is very much used in a different way. So they use it just to have something nice and elegant to make your entrance, like some other props. So it's like part of the costumes, let's say, and they don't use it too much, just maybe in the beginning to give a scene, let's say, and after maybe they take it out and they start the real dance, what we call majanse. The same in Turkey, where they use the veil just to enter, like just an accessoire, not really something important. While some dancers now in Europe and America, they use the veil in a very professional way, and they make them like really the most important thing of the show. So I suggest you really to catch what you are interested in about the veil, and anyway any dancer has to catch it and use it in the proper way. Of course, according to the place where you dance, and remember that the veil require skills and techniques of turns and of the body. Of course, when we have the veil, we focus more on our upper body movements, our arms, our torso, and we leave a little bit side our pelvis movement, our hips, but not always like this, it depends. And when we think of the veil, we think of the air, as the veil has to catch more air that it can. So the first thing that we have to learn is how to move our body, to turn, to make this veil really alive and not just a piece of something that you are keeping in your hands. And the other thing very much important that we will see in this course is also in these 30 days together is also how to take care of the catch, of the hold of your veil, as you don't want to look like a little bit how to say clumsy, I think is this the correct word. You want to be elegant, you want to be special, you want to be a queen, as the veil is always something connected to the classic, to the elegance, let's say. Yes, the elegance, not much the ballady and not even the folk. So we will do this journey about the veil together, every day a new video and every day a new trick, a new tip, a new movement, so you will enjoy and will learn it repeating by repeating with me. It will become very natural, don't be scared at all, it's very easy. Only requires some small things that I will teach you in day by day. So don't worry, and next video we will talk about which are the right size of your veil to dance comfortable. See you tomorrow with another video, and thank you.